Students, today we are going to learn chapter number 3, collection and representation of data. Now, in this chapter, we are going to learn the various points. First, classification of data, meaning and need of classification, objectives of classification, classification according to class interval, overlapping and non-overlapping frequency table, point number 2, methods of representation of statistical data. It includes essential features of tabular presentation, advantages of tabular presentation, graphical representation of data and its advantages, types of graphical representation. It includes various 4 types: histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve, scattered or dot diagram, merits and limitations of graphical representation, diagrammatic representation of data are also 3 types: line diagram, bar diagram and pie diagram. Now, what is classification of data? The process of arranging data into homogeneous group or classes according to some common characteristics present in the data is called classification. For example, during the process of sorting letters in a post office, the letters are classified according to the cities and further arranged according to streets. Types of classification. Classification are of 3 types: one-way classification, two-way classification and multi-way classification. Now we do the first one-way classification. If we classify observed data keeping in view a single characteristic, this type of classification is known as one-way classification. For example, the population of the world may be classified by a religion as Muslim, Christian, etc. Number 2 is two-way classification. If we consider two characteristics at a time in order to classify the observed data, then we are doing two-way classification. For example, the population of the world may be classified by religions and sects. Now, second example for two-way classification, the height of plants and number of leaves per plants. That means two characters are classified at a time. One is height of plants and second one is number of leaves on the plants. Now, third type is multi-way classification. We may consider more than two characteristics. That means more than two means 3, 4, 5 at a time to classify given or observed data. In this way, we deal in multi-way classification. For example, the population of the world may be classified by religion, sex, and literacy. Second, one more example is the classification of plants on the basis of height of plants, number of leaves per plants, number of flowers per plants, number of fruits per plants. Meaning of classification of data. It is the process of arranging data into homogeneous, that means similar, groups according to their common characteristics. Raw data cannot be easily understood and it is not fit for further analysis and interpretation. This arrangement of data helps users in comparison and analysis. For example, the population of town can be grouped according to sex, age, marital status, etc. Definition. The data collection is a process by which the research collects the information from all the relevant sources to find answers to the research problem, test the hypothesis, and evaluate the outcomes. While collecting the data, the researcher must identify the type of data to be collected, source of data, and the method to be used to collect the data. The choice of data collection methods depends on the research problem under study, the research design, and the information gathered about the variable. Broadly, the data collection methods can be classified into two categories. First, primary data collection method. The primary data are the first-hand data collected by the researcher for the first time and is original in nature. The researcher collects the fresh data when the research problem is unique and no related research work is done by any other person. The results of the research are more accurate than the data is collected directly by the researcher, but however, it is costly and time consuming. Number two is secondary data collection method. When the data is collected by someone else for his research, work and has already passes through the statistical analysis is called the secondary data. Thus, the secondary data is the second-hand data which is readily available from the other sources. One of the advantages of using the secondary data is that it is less expensive and at the same time easily available. But however, the authenticity of the findings can be questioned. According to the quality and quantity, data are also classified in two ways. First is quantitative data, data that is expressed in numbers and summarized using statistics to give meaningful information is referred to as quantitative data. For example, of quantitative data, we could collect our heights, weights, or ages of students. If we obtain the mean of each set of measurement, we have meaningful information about the average value for each of those students' characteristics. Second, qualitative data. When we use data for description without measurement, we call it qualitative data. Examples of qualitative data are students' attitudes towards school, attitudes towards exam cheating, and friendliness of students to teachers. Such data can be easily summarized using statistics. Primary data, as the name suggests, are first-hand information collected by the surveyor or researchers. The data so collected are pure and original and collected for a specific purpose. They have never undergone any statistical treatment before. The collected data may be published as well. The census is an example of primary data. Methods of primary data collections. There are various methods to collect the data. First, personal investigation. The surveyor or researcher collect the data himself, herself. The data so collected is reliable but is suited for small projects. Collection via investigators. Trained investigators are employed to contact the respondents to collect data. Number 3, questionnaire. Questionnaires may be used to ask specific questions that suit the study and get responses from the respondents. These questionnaires may be mailed as well. Number 4, telephonic investigation. The collection of data is done through asking questions over the telephone to give quick and accurate information. Secondary data. Secondary data are opposite to primary data. They are collected and published already by some organization. For instance, they can be used as a source of data and used by surveyor to collect data from and conduct the analysis. Secondary data are impure in the sense that they have undergone statistical treatments at least one. Methods of secondary data collection. Official publications such as the Ministry of Finance, statistical departments of the government, federal bureaus, agricultural statistical boards, etc. Semi-official sources includes State Bank, boards of economic inquiry, etc. Data published by chambers of commerce and trade associations and boards, articles in the newspaper from journals and technical publications. Objectives of data classification. First, to consolidate the volume of data in such a way that similarities and differences can be quickly understood. Number two, figures can consequently be ordered in a few sections holding common traits to aid comparisons, to point out the important characteristics of the data at a flash, to give importance to the prominent data collected while separating the optional elements, to allow a statistical method of the material gathered. Now next point is classification according to class intervals. To make data understandable, data are divided into number of homogeneous groups. Homogeneous means similar groups or subgroups. In classification according to class intervals, the observations are arranged systematically into a number of groups called classes. Such classification is most popular in practice. But before this discussion, we have to define some terms which will be used in the above classification. And classification of data according to class intervals are of five various types: class limits, class intervals, range of data, class frequency, class mid value. Now first, class limits. The class limits are the lowest and the highest value of the class. For example, let us take the class 10 to 20. The lowest value of this class is 10 and the highest value of this class is 20. For example, 24 students having marks between 0 to 50 are 7 students, 11 students, 15 students, 12 students, 5 students, total 24. Class marks